Today we are to go back again to the field of research. We were discussing about research methodology. On the detail, we discussed about the quantitative method of research, and thenceforth about the types of quantitative research methodology we discuss in detail, and for helping you, for your help to remember about the earlier classes, during the time of discussing about the types of quantitative research, we had discussion on experimental type of studies, quasi-experimental type of studies, surveys or survey studies, and correlation type of studies or correlation studies. Friends, basically quantitative research method is applied in the field of scientific studies. At the same time, in all other fields where researchers feel the demand for the application of statistical measures, for the analysis as well as interpretation of result, for the analysis of the data, and for the interpretation of the meaning the data do carry, so as to report the result of research. We had discussion, or I discussed with you, that basically in the field of research in literature, in other areas of concern, there is, you see, the scope of using or following the quantitative research methodology is not much. Simply in such field, particularly in the field of research as well as in the field of philosophy, we are to apply or we are to depend on the qualitative research methodology. So friends, as we have discussed in detail about the quantitative research methodology, and at the same time the types of quantitative research, we are to discuss or start to discuss today about the qualitative research methodology, so that all the participant friends who are continuing research in the field of literature, at the same time in the field of philosophy or philosophical studies, they can get all information concerning to the application of research methodology. Friends, research is a very technical academic exercise, and the prime concern of research is to verify, re-evaluate, evaluate the validity of existing stock of human knowledge, or modify the established facts or established realities according to the changed demand of academic arena. Therefore, research is an incessant on the very technical academic exercise, because as the QC, process of development of knowledge never become so much static, as the process is very dynamic, and it is to see or observe or take into consideration about the changing demand of life situations according to the changed parameter of time. So friends, researchers are to see and see, evaluate and evaluate, re-evaluate, re-add with the existing stock of knowledge for helping humanity solve varied academic and life-related problems. And well, let us start our discussion of today's specification particularly on the specific issue, that is concerning to the method of research. Basically, as the first part is being completed, we have to start the second part of our discussion, that is we have to discuss about qualitative research methodology. Let us see the next slide. Qualitative research is a special type of research, friends. And I am repeating that this type of research is basically continued, or this type of research has relevance for the academicians and researchers who are working or engaged in the field of literature, at the same time field of philosophical studies. And we have to understand the term quality first of all. And it is not so much easy to explain the meaning of the term quality. The term quality has close connection with the term qualitative. And once we see the term quality, we see that it is originated from the Latin term qualitas. Quality this way means the standard of how good something is as measured against other similar things. General excellence of something, a distinctive feature of a spatial situation, phenomenon, matter, event, or a problem. This way, the term quantitative means having to do with or measured by quality, which is not so easy. Thus, the qualitative type of research is such type of research which tries to work with quality or the distinctive feature or specific feature of a particular situation, event, phenomenon, problem, or the studied issue. Let us go back to the next slide. In the words of Jadhav Rajendra Singh and Pandya Sushanta Kumar, these two experts have explained qualitative research in very specific way and for your help, depending on the explanations of Rajendra Singh as well as Sushanta Kumar. I like to place before you that qualitative research is broadly defined as any kind of research that produces findings not arrived at by means of quantification. There is no question of quantification of data. It means that there is less scope of using or applying statistical measures for the explanation of meaning of data. Qualitative research is concerned with the opinions of varied academicians, experiences of people, and feelings of individuals. Produce subjective data means depending on the experiences of concerned or varied persons, opinions of different persons who do have knowledge concerning to a specific problem or situation, on feelings of varied people are to be studied by the researcher, which are basically very subjective for the specification or objective generalization of the result, whereas quantitative researchers seek causal determination, prediction in science, and the generalization of findings. Qualitative researchers seek instead illumination, understanding, and extrapolation to similar situations. Let us go back to the next slide. Research is a very systematic and never-ending process. In research, a researcher observes a situation, an event, a thing, a phenomenon repeatedly to know all the pros and cons of it. Qualitative research is a special type of research where instead of a single method or a strategy, I will explain the term strategy in later stage. A wide range of discrete strategies and methods are used to find out the solution of the research problem undertaken for study by a researcher or undertaken for studies by researchers. Instead of quantification of research data with the help of statistical methods or tools, complex and unique data are analyzed through, exploration, which are basically subjective, and depending on the subjective data in the form of opinion, feeling as well as experiences, the research findings are generalized in objective way. Let us go back to the fifth slide. With the help of inductive approach, friends, I will give you the explanation of inductive approach, though this has repeatedly been discussed during the time of taking classes on varied aspects of research methodology. Data that are collected in the form of opinions, experiences and feelings of individuals are analyzed for the summarization of research problem. In such research, primary data are more or less very subjective, which are basically, generalized, means subjective data are depending on the subjective data, generalization is made so that people can have the experience or knowledge. Written experiences in the form of letters, autobiographies, record speeches, discussions are also treated as the primary source of data. So far, the secondary data are concerned information published in books, articles, published in interviews, which are basically, which can be found out in internet or by searching internet, are treated for analysis purposes. Suppose you were to see or study the contribution of Gandhi towards the development of modern India, then you were to see varied letters, autobiographies, discussions and speeches and experiences of Gandhi concerning to Indian culture and Indian civilization. So friends, these are basically done once one qualitative research methodology is applied for the solution of research problem or problems which are undertaken for study, particularly in the field of literature as well as sociology, in the field of philosophy, etc. Let us go back to the sixth slide. In qualitative research, the researcher prepares such a research design. I will explain in detail about research design in later stage, where an in-depth description of the research program, practice or setting is systematically given or forwarded. The researcher has more freedom in collecting resource data in such situation. He or she may go to field without any constraints or without any predetermined state of questionnaire and with an open mindset to collect resource data which are very subjective. He or she means the researcher is free to study the related issues in depth and in details to find out the solution of his or her research problem. In qualitative research, instead of scores, means mathematical scores, research data are found in descriptive form. We do not depend on, mathematical numbers, or we do not depend on statistical numbers. We depend on the description or elaboration of varied sources, which are sources of qualitative research data, which are found in the form of opinions, in the form of feelings, in the form of experiences, which are basically very subjective. Let us go back to the next slide. As a multi-method type of research, qualitative research data are found in the form of participants' own works, experiences of the researcher, field notes of the researcher, photographs taken by the researcher, contents of informal talk, unstructured interviews, etc. Such type of about structured interview and unstructured interview I discussed earlier. Such type of informative and narrative data is very difficult to convert into scores, and that's why there is no scope of depending on statistical tools or statistical measures for the analysis or purposes. As a result, such narrative or informative data are very difficult to use for statistical analysis. Instead of statistical analysis, narrative analysis of the data collected by the method of participant observation or unstructured interviews are done for rational summarization in the form of research findings. The technique of content analysis has special importance in narrative analysis procedures. Means we are to analyze the contents of speeches, experiences, feelings, etc. Let us go back to the next slide. This way, qualitative research is multi-method in focus, involving an interpretative, naturalistic approach to its subject matter. This means that qualitative researchers study things in their natural setting, attempting to make sense of or interpret phenomena in terms of the meanings people bring to them. Qualitative research involves the studies use on collection of a variety of empirical materials, case study, personal experiences, introspective, life story, interview, observational, historical, interactional, and visual texts that describe routine and problematic moments and meanings in individual's life. This is explained by Denzin and Lincoln in 1994, which was being explained for helping the readers to understand the qualitative research methodology and how this methodology is to be used and applied. This has been explained in proper way. Let us go back to the next slide. In qualitative research, the researchers generally apply the method of participant observation or unstructured interview for the collection of research data, which are very subjective. The research data are found in a descriptive form, maybe in the form of experiences, maybe in the form of feelings, maybe in the form of opinions, or maybe in the form of letters or different such type of printed materials. The sources and the nature of data are varied or different. These are found and accumulated in participants' own works, field notes prepared by the researcher, photographs, interview responses that are preserved in documents, namely noted, tape recorded, video recorded, etc. Informal talks, information collected from the books, biography, journal, internet articles published in print media, etc. Let us go back to the next slide. Now see friends, we have already explained in detail about the qualitative research methodology, where multi-methods, there is the scope for the researcher for applying or using multi-methods for the explanation of the meanings of varied research data, which are collected in the form of subjective opinions, in the form of subjective experiences, in the form of feelings of varied persons, or depending on unstructured or non-structured interviews, opinions by taking photographs, depending on observation of the researcher himself or herself. Friends, this is the end part of our discussion. During the time of our discussion, I help you know that I will explain about inducting as well as design. Let us see. Inductive means using induction to draw general conclusions from particular instances. Ram is mortal, Hori is mortal, Abraham is mortal. Concluding remark is man, therefore man is mortal. Mortality of man is being determined by observing the three situations, and that's why this is the process of inductive analysis or inductive generalization of findings. Inductive is a method of reasoning in which a general rule or conclusion is drawn from particular facts or examples. Now design, you see, a plan or drawing produced to show the appearance and workings of something before it is made, a decorative pattern. So friends, once we say as this research design, it means that it includes everything else what will be done by the researcher for the completion of his whole study, for the completion of his or her whole works. Friends, this much for today, and this is the end of our discussion concerning to the qualitative resource methodology. Now in the coming class, we are to explain about the characteristics of qualitative resource methodology, which by the analysis of which your conception or your perception concerning to qualitative resource methodology will be very clear. Friends, you know so much well that in the field of higher education, research has special importance. You see, when you see the documents concerning to the objectives of higher education which have been published earlier by the governments or particularly in India, we found that in the field of higher education there are three most important or five objectives are there. One is teaching, second one is learning, and third one is research. So now you see, as for the National Policy on Education 2021, you see higher education has five most important objectives, and these objectives also, amidst all these five objectives, there is the significant place of research in the field of higher education, because it's a process of finding new knowledge, or it's a process of establishing the realities concerning to varied problems of this very critical, you see, extensive universe where we, the humanity, has been existing, and depending on which the resources of which we are helping the civilization of humanity proceed towards the point of development and expansion. So friends, research is a very technical academic exercise with the help of which we can add new knowledge with the old stock. We can re-evaluate the validity of the existing knowledge. We can re-evaluate the significance or applicability parameter of an established knowledge, etc., etc. And it's a process, very technical process, with the help of which we can find out, you see, the realities of varied phenomena of this complex universe for the welfare of human life and progress of human civilization. Thank you so much for today. Next time I will discuss about the characteristics of the qualitative resource methodology. Thank you so much.